This is reality TV that works. Startups, made in Kansas City.
Kansas City is a fabulous town. It is a wonderful place to live and to work.
We are one of those communities that people just don't know enough about.
Well, we really believe this is Kansas City's moment. 2013, 2014, the next few years, this is when all the stars are beginning to align for Kansas City.
The creativity and the innovation and the close-knit business community that we have here.
And it's a unique creative spirit here and a spirit of collaboration.
It's a city or a region of entrepreneurs.
There's definitely a KC pride, and I think that we continue to see it grow every day.
We're lucky that we have this wonderful product, which is 2.5 million people. That's 18 counties in 2 states, 50 major cities, over 100 municipalities. That's our product we're promoting every day.
It's easy to get up out of bed every day and come in and sell this product.
When new companies, when new people come to this region, when they see what's going on here, they see the opportunities, we always get that aha moment.
I think it's an epiphany of a visit kind of thing. Once they're here, they don't want to leave.
So on the one hand, while we're working aggressively to draw in new companies and new business from the outside, we're doing an awful lot for companies right here in Kansas City to help them grow and prosper.
You're talking about new creative opportunities on top of bedrock, hardworking, can-do attitudes.
People that make really the difference.
Welcome to the Innovation Center. Let's go see what we've got cooking.
Well, honestly, I think the word innovation is very appropriate here because along with me, there's 30 other companies around here that are innovators and creators, and they're just breaking the mold in every single way.
We're working here today at the Innovation Center, which is in Independence, Missouri. Really interesting place. There are only 20 or 30 food business incubators in the entire country. Some of them are more sophisticated than others. This one is rather well set up.
When we came to check out the facility, we were really shocked at what we found, especially this oven over here, which is unbelievable. It's just an incredible setup to walk into. It's like someone saying, here's everything you need, go. I mean, there's nothing else like it. Yeah, so it was really incredible. I was really emotional because that's what I do, I cry. So I got really excited. It's really been wonderful.
You're trying to wear so many hats and figure out how to do so many things from the beginning. So it's nice to have some expertise and people you can ask things to.
My name is Stephanie Zamora. I'm the Director of Entrepreneurship and Small Business for the Independence Regional Innovation Center. The Innovation Center is a mixed-use incubator. We have 3 parts to our incubator. There's the culinary incubator, biotech, and general business and technology. We currently have 2 biotech clients who use our facility. One is a food science company, and the other is a fertility company. So we've got really innovative things happening here in our facility, from food to food science, all the way to making babies. We cover the gamut. This building was originally built in 1909 and was a hospital. It closed in 2007, and the city became challenged with finding out what to do with this building that was 250,000 square feet. We took the old kitchen, which had previously fed thousands of people, and turned it into a culinary incubator. We have 5 individual kitchens that the clients use to start their businesses. We say that when this was a hospital, people were born here, and now that it's a business incubator, dreams are born here. We have over 30 food businesses who use our facility. So once again, there's economic activity happening in this building. It's great to work side by side with another food business, but it can often be really difficult to connect. So we try to create lots of outside opportunities for our businesses to create relationships and to really just cheer each other on. And they really help support each other and keep each other going. We have a variety of equipment here at the Innovation Center, including chocolate temperers, dough sheeters, dough proofers, food processors, dough presses, large mixers that take that capacity, that small KitchenAid you might be working with at home, and takes it to the next level. We spent $250,000 on equipment here in the Innovation Center, which allows people to do things that they just could not do in their home kitchen. For example, we have steam kettles, which are used to make chocolate sauces, jams, jellies, and even gourmet ketchup. Our foodpreneurs push the line on food here in the Kansas City area, including Bruce Steinberg with Fine Vines Artisanal Ketchup.
Many times people bring a food product to market because they make something really good and all their friends and family really like it, and they say, you should sell that. And in fact, that happened to me. I analyzed the market, went through a number of training programs in entrepreneurship, fully analyzed the data, and we see a tremendous opportunity for the ketchup market. In the entrepreneur world, we hear a lot about disruptive innovation, and people say that sounds great, but what is it actually? Innovation is creating something new, which didn't previously exist. Disruptive means changing a market. And when you hear that term, in most cases, it's about some kind of a tech product. And what's gotten the interest of a lot of people here in Kansas City is that this product is going to change the ketchup market and truly represents disruptive innovation, yet it's not a tech product. This is a business that I'm looking to scale into a national brand because it's changing the largest condiment category. That's a significant piece of business to look at rather than bringing another product that's similar to others in a category. The ketchup market is so large and there are so few choices, this is literally a game changer. One of the most noteworthy collaborations for me has been with Danny O'Neill, who is the owner of the Roastery Coffee Company here in Kansas City. Together, we've collaborated on this roastery coffee flavored ketchup. This is a true collaboration among Kansas City entrepreneurs, and it's one of the things that I think makes this city a great entrepreneur community.
And this is one of our full kitchens. Right next door, we have another full kitchen with Becky Ross with the Freedom Chef, who's making a whole variety of food today.
I run 2 companies out of the kitchens here, one of which is the Freedom Chef, which is a company in which we deal with a lot of local dietitians and complicated dietary needs. We've had a lot of success in dealing with all sorts of really hard types of diets. And by just changing the food, we've had successful outcome. For instance, a man with diabetes was off of insulin shots within a week and a half, so we were thrilled with those results. We're all about natural. Any way that we can bring natural is much preferred. What we try to do is bring flavor into our food, levels of flavor. It's about the taste. One of our most special and unique products, which I am very excited about and we love, you can see a big old tub of it here. It's actually called quinoa granola. We're here full-time, a minimum of 40 hours a week. This is home base. This is where we come. This is where we office. This is where all of our food is stored and cooked. So from start to finish, it's all done here. Without the Innovation Center, I don't know that we would have been able to launch so quickly as we did. We would not have had all of the equipment and the support needed. I tell you what, Stephanie in particular has really just gone the distance. She thinks of things that I never would have thought of. And it really just put our best foot forward so we were able to jump right into the market and be successful. Stephanie has connected me with people and all sorts of resources to help me grow my business and make it successful. And I am struggling to keep up right now, quite honestly. We are running each and every day, but it's so exciting, it's so fulfilling. You've got to have the dream and you've got to lay out your steps on how to get there because nothing's impossible. It doesn't matter how much work it's gonna take because if you dream it, you can do it. I know it's a saying, but it's absolutely true. And stay positive, you know? Put in the time, put in the hard work because it will be worth it. If you believe in something, you can really push to make it happen and go further than anyone's gone before doing that.
Starting a business is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Probably one of the most worthwhile, but definitely one of the hardest things to do. And to be honest, it's not for everybody. To be a successful entrepreneur, you have to have good ideas and be able to execute them. You have to be able to handle things on a day-to-day basis as well as think strategically with your business. And that's not something that just anybody can do. We tell people often, if you're self-employed and you don't feel a little bit crazy, you're probably doing something wrong. To be an entrepreneur, you need to be hardworking, be dedicated, and be able to keep hold of your passion when things get tough. You're going to feel like quitting at any given time, but it's important to remember why you started this business and what change you're trying to stir in the world.
Casey and I met when we were working at a bakery in City Market together, and we always knew that we wanted to start our own business, and we waited a while to kind of, get more experience, and last year, the beginning of last year, I thought, it's time. So Casey and I had a little meeting, and Milk and Honey was formed, and we knew that we wanted to do French macaroons. They're kind of the new cupcake, but they don't have much of a presence in the Midwest, so we wanted to introduce them to the Midwest, and so people can love them as much as we do, or learn to love them as much as we do. Starting a business is really scary, but you also have to remember to have fun, enjoy it. Even though it can be stressful, it's still really fun. So you have to laugh.
And it takes all types to run a business. You can't just be good at cooking or great at baking to start a business. That is not what it's about. It's really more about the entire process. I think that's something we've learned, definitely. And we also have, we have completely different strengths, and that's been incredible because we don't step on each other's toes with things. There are things that I'm good at, like that Corinne would never want to do, and there are things that she's amazing at that I would just break out in hives if I had to attempt it. Anything in a spreadsheet, and I am anxious beyond words. I can't even handle it. We've definitely learned to hire the expert in things that we are not experts in, like web design and graphic design, and
do not take shortcuts.
You will regret it.
Really matter.
In the end, you will regret it. For sure.
Because then you'll just end up wasting money and have to do it all over again.
And learning to let go of that control to give it to someone else in the beginning is really scary because you put so much of yourself in your business, and then you start to realize that it's the only way it can grow, is if you give it a little more room to breathe and take some of that responsibility off yourself, because there's no way you can do it all. Well, there was no initial startup costs, which is a really big deal for us. Rent actually turned out to be about the same for another place, but the initial startup cost is what really gets small businesses. And so because we didn't have to deal with that, it's been a lifesaver. All this equipment in this room is extremely pricey. And the thing about a professional kitchen is to start a professional kitchen, you have to have all professional equipment. So to get certified, you have to have the high cost items. And it's been nice because this facility has given us the ability to slowly start to build up our inventory on items that would be really expensive otherwise.
Yeah.
And this oven is magical.
Another big thing is storage, because refrigerated and freezer space is, installing a freezer and a refrigerator is a walk-in is super expensive. So we also saved a lot.
We had some really wonderful workshops where Danny O'Neill from the Roastery and John McDonald from Boulevard Brewing, Leroy Chateau from Chateau Dairy, all came and they gave this incredible seminar about what it's like to start your own business. And it's so nice to have all these incredible entrepreneurs who've done really well and been successful in the city care about the next ones that are coming along. So that's been really wonderful.
And I mean, the one thing that I have to say is that people have been so extremely supportive here. Most of the businesses that we work with are local businesses that have been started in Kansas City, and so they understand what it's like to be a startup, and they've been so incredibly supportive of us, and it's just been they've made it a great experience for us.
It's great that people are paying attention to entrepreneurs here in Kansas City, but we've really always been entrepreneurial, and we're growing on that every day. As Googles come to town, our entrepreneurs are finding new and creative ways to network through organizations like 1 Million Cups. Kansas City's making it happen, and we are becoming the most entrepreneurial city in the world.
A co-production of KCPT and Outpost Worldwide, at home in Kansas City. Production, post, content.